College of Engineering and Physical Sciences, Wednesday the 7th of December 2022, 3 p.m. Congratulations to our University of Birmingham graduands. Here we are in the Great Hall at the heart of the Edgbaston campus. Attendees, mostly graduands and their friends and family, are seated. Here are the student musicians. It's great to see them returning to ceremonies following the pandemic. The ceremony will begin soon. Please take your seats. We ask that guests remain seated during the ceremony to avoid blocking anyone's view of the stage. Graduands, please don't forget to collect your certificate from the lower ground floor of the Bramham Music Building after the ceremony is finished. Thank you, congratulations, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Getting started. Here's the first of our 2 mace bearers beginning the ceremony. The centenary mace bearer is usually a staff member who has volunteered to take part in the ceremony. The mace bearer enters through the back of the Great Hall and leads a procession of staff to the stage. Squire Bedell, who is the second of the 2 mace bearers, follows. The maces are placed on stage for the duration of the ceremony.
I have the greatest pleasure in declaring this congregation open.
Good afternoon and welcome to Birmingham. I'm Mark Sterling, Pro Vice-Chancellor and Head of the College of Engineering and Physical Sciences. In many places around the world, December is traditionally viewed as a month to celebrate and to enjoy time with friends, family and colleagues. So it feels very apt to welcome you today to celebrate your graduation during this most festive of seasons. As we begin, just take a look around you. This great hall was designed as a cathedral to learning at the heart of our campus, and I can't think of a more suitable, more stunning venue in which to celebrate your achievements. Since the hall was built in 1900, thousands of students have been welcomed here for the graduation, and they've felt the same sense of excitement and sense of fulfilment that you might be feeling today. They've donned their caps and gowns, observed the same rituals and traditions that you are observing, many of which go back hundreds of years to the establishment of the first universities, back in the 12th century. I've had the pleasure of being part of many graduation ceremonies, and yet still feel the same sense of anticipation on these occasions, as well as a sense of immense pride in what you've achieved. I particularly enjoy the December graduations, as we celebrate such a broad range of achievements. There are those amongst you who've been with us for several years, studying for an undergraduate degree or undertaking a higher or professional apprenticeship. Some of you will have dedicated the last few years to pursuing original research that expands the boundaries of knowledge, and you're here to get your PhD. For those of you who've studied for a master's qualification or completed a leadership programme, your time with us may have been shorter, and indeed you may not have spent much time on campus at all because you've studied in the workplace or elsewhere. I'm here to tell you today that you're all part of the University of Birmingham family. And as you'll find out later on, you'll never leave. Think back to the moment you decided to join us. You made that decision because you trusted that studying with us would expand your knowledge, would allow you to take the next step in your career, or maybe because you even wanted to further the world's understanding through your research. And you made that decision despite the challenges and sacrifices that lay ahead. I know that many of you have been juggling your studies alongside work, family, or other caring commitments. And I understand what a gigantic task that is. Trust me, I really do. Many of you came to Birmingham from outside of the UK, and I know that meant leaving family and leaving friends and adjusting to a new culture, living in a new country, all while at the same time getting to grips with your study. And the sacrifices that you've made may not have been yours alone. There are family and friends here today celebrating your achievements who perhaps have also had to change their life, changes to how they operate, also that you can study. Let me tell you now, though, it was worth it. Just for a second, consider what you've achieved. Your stories may all be different, but they'll have a common thread. You have explored new ideas and tackled seemingly insurmountable problems and overcome them. You have met new people who've inspired you in many ways. You have learned more about yourself and the world around you. And you have advanced the potential to go on to achieve whatever comes next. I hope that when you look back on this, it will be with a huge sense of pride. Today is an important step in your journey, a journey that you've been shaping for a number of years. It's a moment to celebrate your tenacity, determination, and drive that you've all shown to reach your goals. You now have the opportunity to apply your expertise to make an even bigger difference. Indeed, we are looking to you to address the needs of our world now and in the future. You will soon graduate from one of the country's top universities, and we are enormously proud of everything that you've achieved. You are now part of our legacy. During your time here, you will have been taught by and collaborated with some of the best researchers in the world, and hopefully have been inspired by their enthusiasm and their understanding and dedication. You'll also be supported in a myriad of ways by tutors and student support team around you. I'd like you to offer the opportunity to thank everyone now at the university who supported your time here, some of whom have been able to join us today and are sitting behind me on the stage. Let's give them a round of applause, shall we? Now, as I look out across the Great Hall, I can see people, particularly in the front down here, who are very proud. Proud faces, lots of smiles, and I know from experience that there'll be a few tears in the eyes and the lump in the throat, particularly as you walk on stage to graduate. There'll be people watching online or elsewhere who'll be thinking of you now, who are very proud of everything that you've achieved. And you'll all have that person, or those people who believed in you, people who supported you and showed you kindness and made sacrifices alongside you, and without whom you wouldn't be here. Graduates, can I ask you to give those people a huge round of applause as well, and a massive cheer for everything they've done. Soon you'll come on this stage, and the Vice-Chancellor, Lord Billamoria, will admit you to your degree. This is your moment. When your name is read out, that will be your graduation. And family and friends, that is your cue to make as much noise as possible. Cheer, clap, whoop even. And indeed, as the day has gone on, we've found that each ceremony has got louder and louder. So, down to you to make as much noise as possible. And one bit of advice from me to the graduates. Please be very careful on the steps, on the way up and on the way down. Don't forget to smile and savour your moment. My warmest congratulations to you all. Well done.
Now for the handing of the scrolls. The graduands will walk to the centre and collect their scroll from the conferring officer.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Professor Gary Leake, and I'm head of the School of Chemical Engineering. Chancellor, to you and the university, I present the names of these graduands as listed in my programme, prove worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees.
By virtue of my authority as Chancellor, I admit those persons listed in the programme, both in attendance and in absentia, to the degree for which they are to be presented.
College of Engineering and Physical Sciences, School of Chemical Engineering, Doctor of Engineering, for research into particle bonding during tablet formation, Rachel Marie Shinibal. Doctor of Philosophy, for research into conversion of waste biomass for the production of sustainable biofuels, Mohammed Ashif Bashir. For research into demineralizing treatments for corneal calcification, Naomi Hope Bennett. For research into the composite materials fabrication using cold sintering approach for thermal energy storage applications, Suleiman Bilaminu. For research into the microwave resonator technology in material characterization and sensing, Adamu Musa Mohammed. Master of Science, Advanced Chemical Engineering, Liban Ahmed. Abigail Esaidu. Harry Britton. Kieran Common. Lewis Cox. Mohammed Farazullah. Rayhan Habib. Minar Kishore Howell. Jackson Johnson. Haris Khan. Walid Kassan Kale. Yuqing Liu. Muaz Mahmood. Saud Ahmed Nasir. Stephanie Afozu Yeboah. Shubham Rajendra Patil. Shaurya Shrivastava. Vaishnavi Vishu Nuraj. Advanced Chemical Engineering with Bioprocessing, Lino Malauto. Diana Caroline Pericuni Ramirez. Shazaib Tariq. Daniel Zanarotti. Advanced Chemical Engineering with Energy, More Blessing Lisa Chironda. Daniel Lucas. Parichat Folasak. Advanced Chemical Engineering with Healthcare Technology, Matthew Christopher Lewis. Food Safety, Hygiene and Management, Faza Ali Al-Magari. Kezhaya Sanya David. Christine Hugh Yan Ip. Simiao Liu. Eugene Wang. Xinran Zhu. Xinju Zhang. Yufei Zhang. Formulation Engineering, Prashant Umakant Adki. Fuel Cell and Hydrogen Technologies, Rosanna Jane Stewart. Global Energy Technologies and Systems, William Kirkpatrick Baker. Rong Fu. Emre Yildirim. Healthcare Technology, Amir Sayed Ahmed. Zoe Garrett. Deeksha Haligalali Nanjunda Swami. Camilla Grace Dixon King. Chandana Lakshmanara Shimhaya. Nikhil Lokesh. Master of Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Alexander De Beer. Jack McGrath. Sanya Sheikh. Chemical Engineering with Industrial Study, Craig Dent. James Haynes. David Lee. Harry David Hyler Lee. Hamish Packham. David William Rainbow. Bachelor of Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Nabina Bulakoti. Max Freeman. Chemical Engineering with Industrial Study, Ajit Nagra. School of Chemistry, Doctor of Philosophy, for research into new chemical transformations as a tool to interrogate drug-like chemical space, Alexandro Balella. For research into DNA-based sensors that detect disease-causing pathogens, including the virus responsible for COVID-19 and SARS-CoV-2. Sorry, that was Jake Giovanni Carter. He walked up before it. For research into synthesis of novel molecular scaffolds containing medium-sized rings for applications in early-stage drug discovery, Sam Custers. For research into polymeric structures as lubricating oil additives, Cynthia Clemore. For research into new heterocyclic frameworks for early-stage drug discovery, Orla Conway. For research into broadening the toolbox of nanoparticle synthesis in industrially important non-polar media using polyester-based block copolymers, Simon Dale. For research into new battery materials and educational resources for batteries, Elizabeth Helen Driscoll. For research into the development of new fluorescent probes, Maria Pervez. For research into the use of organic compounds to release reactive molecules for synthetic applications, Connor Pryor. For research into improved materials for use in environmental and nuclear waste remediation, Daniel Peter Smith. For research into garnet electrolytes for solid-state batteries, Mark Paul Stockham. For the research into synthetic nuclear base containing acrylamide block copolymers, Mary Jelaine Thomas. Doctor of Philosophy with Integrated Study, for research into design of chemical nanoprobes for cell tracking, Tasha Chawam. For research into mass spectrometry methods for the analysis of bacteria, Yana Havlikova. For research into single-molecule biosensing using functional DNA nanostructures, Oliver Irving. For research into nanoplatforms for delivery of antibacterial agents in dental tissues, Manisha Manhuta. For research into blood flow imaging in the human brain, Stephen Jake Powell. Master of Science, Adam Spicer. Master in Science, Chemistry, Francesca Mawson. Liam Porter. Chemistry with Industrial Experience, Megan Amy Field. Benjamin Edward Nicholas Kirsch-Hunt. Chemistry with Pharmacology, David Lawrence Kidd. Bachelor of Science, Chemistry, Samuel Butler. Farai Matthew Shadzimura. Ellie Kate Courtney. Iman Ijaz. Zoe Fung. Matthew William G. James Christopher Gladwin. Juliana Marie Fontelo Maliki. Judjit Mann. Matthew Norris. Robert Webster. Chemistry with a Modern Language, Shanique Scott. Chemistry with Business Management, Matthew Horton. School of Mathematics, Doctor of Philosophy, for research into axial algebras, Mashia Mariah Al-Saidi. For research into the sheaf homology of the Cayley module, Mark William Butler. Master of Science, Applied Mathematics, Cameron Basra. Luke Flegel. Hannah McQueen. Naranja Muralidharan Nair. Yinghao Chen. Ji Cheng. Xinye Shi. Alexander Turner. Yan Wang. Yiming Wen. Jian Zhu. Fergus Delisle Croston. Giovanni Maria Fazio. Harry Reeves Khan. Zhao Qian. Jinghao Wang. Mathematics, Operational Research, Statistics and Econometrics, also known as Morse. Holly Leal. Robert Mooring. Muskan Nagpal. Raj Lakan Sokhi. Xuying Yang. Zishi Wang. Master in Science, Mathematics, Victoria Linkivi Chuta. Patrick Mackey. Benjamin Northall. William Joseph Turner. Mathematics and Computer Science, Andrew Sneap. Bachelor of Science, Mathematics, Bilal Ahmed. Neem Elizabeth Olive Butler. Connor Calvert. Luca Cecere. Manraj Chaga. James Hurley. Samuel Lloyd. Jade Maltby. Shauna McSweeney. Daniel Oakley. George Painton. Bhagvesh Rai. Mia Teta. Mathematics with Business Management, Ian Anthony Arundel. School of Physics and Astronomy, Doctor of Philosophy, for research into high-performance calorimeters for future particle physics colliders, Robert Ross Bosley. For research into the development of new mid-infrared rangefinders and 3D gated imaging techniques, Jack Donald Peter Collins. For research into developing and enhancing the operational parameters of proton transfer reaction mass spectrometry, Reynold Roger Dazenville. For research into terahertz spectroscopy and imaging, Susanna Freer. For research into the evolution of massive binary stars, Conrad Jacob Neisel. For research into the exclusive production of J-psi mesons in heavy ion collisions at the Large Hadron Collider, Simone Ragoni. For research into precise spectroscopy of laser-cooled strontium atoms, Pritam Rancham. For research into optimal detection of gravitationally lensed gravitational waves and other cosmic explosions, Daniel Richanowski. For research into the discovery of exoplanets orbiting 2 stars at once using Doppler spectroscopy, Matthew Standing. For research into the properties of the Higgs boson using ATLAS detector, Govindraj Verdi. Master of Philosophy, Hester May Thomas. Master of Science, Nuclear Decommissioning and Waste Management, Honor Bayram. David Roger Greenway. Halima Harm. Sophie Louise Hollenrake. Shimara McCoy Virgo. Emma McKinney. Priyanka Adedra. Gokhan Ozden. Aguzhan Tuzlu. Thomas White. Scott Sylvester Williams. Physics and Technology of Nuclear Reactors, Yasmin Akpuna. Rashid Saeed Almhieri. Nathan Chambers. Benjamin Crump. Gosdi Demirbas. John Jack Hohen. Thomas Owen Hopkins. Emily Hughes. Georgi Lyasenko. Thomas James Frank Perry. Donald Ricketts. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Ifal Rahil. Zachary Strangwood. Dylan Charles Wheeler. Luke Woodall. Master in Science, Physics, Hannah Benson. Benjamin Evans. Louisa Spillman. Physics with Particle Physics and Cosmology, Benjamin Luke Dawkins. Bachelor of Science, Physics, Joel William Beasley. Imogen Gale Booth. Matthew Kao. Morgan James Coe. Harmony Doswell. Harry Golland. Maxwell Michael Hammerell. Matthew James Harper. Ridhi Patel. Jack Walker. Physics and Astrophysics, Karen Salish Chauhan. Theoretical Physics, Andrew Redmond. Theoretical Physics and Applied Mathematics, Humza Ali. Physics and Technology of Nuclear Reactors, Kanai Desai. It now gives me great pleasure to invite our graduate speaker, Holly Leal, who's MSc in Mathematics, Operational Research, Statistics and Econometrics, also known as Morse.
Hello everyone, it's great to be here with you today. So, to my peers, sharing this space with you today, it really is an honour. Standing amongst a cohort of such resilient, devoted and accomplished individuals really is something very special. If I don't say so myself, this very hall indeed boasts some of the brightest minds and future prospects, and I really do want to wish you all a huge congratulations for everything you've achieved during your time at the University of Birmingham. Now, this time in our lives can be a particularly turbulent one. We're moving into our careers, figuring out where we want to base our lives, whether that's in the UK or somewhere else in the world. Everyone around us is potentially doing entirely different things, some more certain than others. I'm definitely still figuring it out. Now, absolutely, this freedom and independence is wonderful and exciting. It's also pretty daunting, and I guess in some cases comes with lots of external pressure. The main culprit of my pressure is definitely my own brain. In light of this, I feel like it's very easy to get caught up in a cycle of kind of forward projection, constantly thinking about what am I going to do next, what now? What's my next goal going to be? I know for a fact I haven't fully reflected on everything I've achieved. I found out my dissertation grade of a nice 89, went to McDonald's, had a little cry, and then carried on studying for a qualification I'm doing with work. So, just as if the work hadn't been everything that I was doing over summer. Anyway. So people tell you how proud they are of you, and I'm sure they mean it with utter sincerity. And I'm very grateful for the kind words. But my brain's always like, wow, what next? What are we going to do now? So I'm pretty terrible at reflecting. I recently made my grand debut into the corporate world as an analyst for KPMG. A great achievement. It's been awesome and demanding and all kinds of things. I'm very grateful to be here. But I'm sure many of you can relate to this, but we're now kind of back at the bottom of the ladder, new priorities, new people to answer to, and so on. The pond was starting to feel not so large here at the University of Birmingham, and I'm sure most of you could say as well, but I've built up an amazing network of lecturers, of students, of all the supporting staff, people I've met through other things that I did with my life, which I actually managed to do, like music and dance and stuff, and sometimes. In fact, I did feel like I bumped into different lecturers and different people no matter what corridor I walked down. Maybe because I'm a bit of a loudmouth, maybe I just like having a good chat to people. So yeah, we're now back in a small fish, and now what feels like an incredibly large pond, maybe more of an ocean. Within the space of a week of leaving uni, I have 20-odd corporate acronyms being read off to me about implementation of target operating models, and I have absolutely no idea what's going on at work at the moment, but we'll figure that out slowly. That will come with time, and letting go of perfectionism, which is something this last year has definitely taught me. So today I want to encourage you all to actually take a moment, or the entire afternoon, or however long you need, you've done some pretty cool stuff, to actually reflect on what you've done. No matter what you were tasked with or challenged with during the time of at the University of Birmingham, no matter how maybe overwhelmed or anxious or out of your depth you felt, I would describe my personal emotional range as perhaps eclectic. It was definitely that, but you carried on going. We had so many victories. There is nothing better than those breakthrough moments. There's times where things just feel like they're all coming together when maybe a matter of hours ago they felt like they were all just crumbling down, and a little shout out to my coding group for that, because that definitely was a difficult time. So, you proved to yourself time and time again that you had it within you. You were faced with hundreds of new concepts, new styles of learning, networks of people, assessment types, time constraints, and you're here today with a very impressive degree and a whole host of transferable skills from an exceptional university. And we should be endlessly proud of what we've achieved here. Now you think, oh God, this girl sounds like she's had a terrible time. The emotional turmoil, no. I wouldn't change much. I had a really fantastic year here, and I also did my undergraduate in maths and music here as well, and decided to stay for obvious reasons. A couple of things before I wrap up. I was able to take part in a pilot scheme called the Postgraduate Knowledge Exchange Pathway, which is basically an alternative dissertation where we were put into an interdisciplinary group of students and got to take on an industrially sponsored project. So I did mine with HSBC around ESG issues and communication, and it was a fantastic thing to be able to do during my time in my master's. A little mention to Student Support Fund. I do not think I'll be able to complete my degree to the standard that I did without the financial support from the uni during my last 6 months. And finally, just things like being a student representative. There's nothing more than I love than talking about myself. Now there is mostly, I am joking there might be a little bit of truth in it, but being that guiding figure to those prospective students or younger people, and particularly passionate about getting girls into maths, but just anyone into maths, or, okay, sorry for the chaos. We all had completely different journeys, as was mentioned earlier. They all happened simultaneously here. We're all united through that, and this will always be our university. So I know I will not be making myself a stranger, sorry UOB, and I hope that you guys think the same and do the same. So thank you to everyone that has helped mould me into the person that I am today. It really is so much more than a classification. It's a wealth of experiences, opportunities, and everything that comes with it. This really is something I once deemed entirely impossible for myself. I'm so grateful, and I really want to wish you all a very happy graduation, and everyone here all the best, and thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.
I've been privileged to be Chancellor of this great university for 8 years now. I came here from India as an international student at the age of 19, when I say here to the UK, and I followed in the footsteps of my grandfather, who graduated from this university in the 1930s, my mother, who graduated from Birmingham in the 1950s, her brother, who did his PhD at Birmingham in the 1960s, and here I am as Chancellor. Every time we have a graduation ceremony, I see that special smile, the pride of every single one of the individuals who started off the ceremony as graduands. They are now graduates, so congratulations. And Professor Mark Sterling, head of college, started the ceremony. And he said something that is so important. You have done this through your hard work, but there is no way you could have achieved what you've achieved without the support of your friends and without the support of your wonderful faculty and teachers and without the support of your amazing families. So please could I ask the graduates to stand and give them all a huge round of applause. The graduates, please stand and give them all a huge round of applause. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please be seated. And I tell you, if you felt proud and are feeling proud now, I can see on the faces over here and over here how proud they are of what you have achieved. You brought immense happiness, not just to yourselves, but to every single person in this hall, and we're very proud of you. So thank you. When you walk out of the corridors here, you will see various exhibits and exhibitions highlighting the amazing achievements of the University of Birmingham since it was founded in 1900. It's the first civic university in this country, the first university in this country to teach business. My grandfather did a Bachelor of Commerce degree. We started teaching business before the Harvard Business School even started. And you will see the Nobel Prize winner Sir Peter Medawar, who won a Nobel Prize for his work on organ transplants. You'll see the work of 2 dentists who invented the first airbags after treating servicemen with severe facial injuries from vehicle accidents sustained during the First World War. And before I go any further, I want to thank and congratulate our student speaker, Holly, who did an MSc in Morse, in mathematics, operational research, statistics, and econometrics, and she spoke so clearly about her relationship with the university, how grateful she is to the university, the students, the staff. She asked you to reflect on what you've done. It's not been easy, but you've had the victories, and you've had it within you. And you've got transferable skills that you can take with you for the rest of your life. So I think a huge round of applause to Holly for your talk. Which links to something that Professor Mark Sterling said in his speech, and he spoke about tenacity. And I am an entrepreneur. I started my business, Cobra Beer, which is, I'm proud to say now, a household name. And the entrepreneur's journey is not easy. In fact, there is one word that sums up entrepreneurship, and that is guts. You've got to have the guts to do it in the first place, but more important than that, you've got to have the guts to stick with it when others would give up. And I've nearly lost my business 3 times, so I know exactly what that means. And the tough times that you've gone through in life, the tough times that you will go through in life, in the horrible economic environment that exists, one of my favorite sayings of Winston Churchill's is, when you're going through hell, keep going. And you've kept going through all your challenges, and you've made it, and you've graduated, and we're proud of you. The research that we do, addressing our biggest challenges, we've got the Tyseley Energy Park, we work with the NHS, our medical school is one of the top in the country, our hospital we're attached to, the QE, is one of the biggest in Europe. So it is fantastic what we do, the research we do throughout. We've got music being exhibited on the way to the Bramall Auditorium. Elgar was the first professor of music at this university. And here's the thing. You were told this in the opening speech, and it was said to you very, very clearly, you're not leaving. This is Hotel California. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. You are forever now members of the 350,000-strong Birmingham alumni around the world. You have joined that family. So you're forever a member of the Birmingham family, and there are very few countries in the world, in fact almost every country in the world has Birmingham alumni there. So you'll have Birmingham friends wherever you go in the world. So congratulations on joining the alumni family. To all the best. Now, if you were today becoming an alumnus of an American university, as I did a few years ago, the day I became an alumnus, the next day I received an email asking me for money. Now, we're not so blunt over here, but do give back. When you succeed, as I know just about every one of you will succeed, put back into this university, not just in money, but give your time, give your mentoring, come back to visit, come and lecture, stay a part of this family forever. And if you haven't got a job, I guarantee you'll get a job, because we're one of the highest ranked universities in terms of employment. So good luck with that. Now, Birmingham, by the way, go out of here bursting with pride. And I can say that, oh, you're coming out of a great university. This is a great university, but a great university backed up by facts. The latest world university rankings. We are one of the top 100 universities in the world. And British universities are the best in the world, along with America. And we are 1% of the world's population out of the 8 billion people on this planet, and yet that 1% has 17 out of the top 100 universities in the world, and we're one of those top 100. That is the power of British universities. And you saw today in this degree ceremony, probably more than most degree ceremonies, the dozens of doctorates, the PhDs. We're 1% of the world's population, and this country produces 16% of the world's leading research papers, and we have testament to that today with our doctoral students. I think they deserve a huge round of applause to all our doctors. And we have just opened up our campus in Dubai. We're the first Russell Group university to open up a campus in Dubai. In our first year alone, we've got students from 66 countries. Now I want to make a point over here. Graduates, put your hands up if you are international students. Can I see a show of hands, please? Just turn around and look at that. Turn around and look at that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. thank you for coming to this country and studying, not just for the money. We're very grateful for the money. Far more importantly, we're grateful for the experience you brought here, enriching the experience of our students and of our university, and you will forever be ambassadors for Birmingham, ambassadors for Britain, and you will form generation-long links. My 86-year-old mother in India, to this day, her best friends are her friends when she was an undergraduate here at Birmingham in the 1950s. That's how powerful it is. And stay part of this family, never forget it. And the international students, they deserve a huge round of applause. This university goes beyond, above and beyond. How many of you watched the Commonwealth Games this summer, either in person or on TV? Billions watched it around the world. Can I just see a show of hands from everyone here? Yeah, lots of you. Wasn't it impressive? Well, this university played a bigger part in those games than any university has played in any games in any part of the world in history. We sponsored the baton relay that went around the world. I was a baton bearer for a while. That baton took and measured the air pollution, the air quality, and sent it back to our scientists here to be analyzed. We were one of the major sponsors of the Commonwealth Games. We hosted squash on this campus. We hosted hockey on this campus. And 2/3 of the athletes stayed on the athletes' village on this campus, visited by then His Royal Highness Prince Charles, now King Charles III, and he was so impressed by what he saw. That is what this university does, and we go above and beyond. Our students took part and our alumni took part, and we won 2 gold medals and a silver medal and 2 bronze medals. That's the University of Birmingham for you, above and beyond. So I think that deserves a huge round of applause. So, before I conclude, I've got to give you some advice. My duty as Chancellor. So I've been in the House of Lords for 16 years now. When I joined 16 years ago, I was the 3rd youngest peer in the House. I'm still one of the younger peers in the House. We've got an average age of 70, a lot of wisdom in the House of Lords. But, you know, please, when you hear things about international students, we're going to reduce the numbers and things by certain ministers, ignore it. They're talking nonsense. We want more international students. I've set a target of 1 million. I chair the All-Party Parliamentary Group of International Students, and I'm president of the UK Council of International Student Affairs. We want more international students in this country. We value you greatly. You're going out into a hugely, hugely challenging world. I cannot paint a rosy picture. We've got a cost of living crisis, we've got an energy crisis, we've got inflation, we've got this wretched war in Ukraine. And as president of the Confederation of British Industry for the last 2 years, I will forever be known as the crisis president, because there's a pandemic followed by the Ukraine war, followed by the cost of living crisis. And there's something called the Stockdale paradox. And the Stockdale paradox is you confront the horror of the reality of today head on. There's no running away from it. But you also have the optimism that one day we will get through this. And believe you me, we will get through this. And I had the privilege, my wife is South African, I had the privilege of speaking at the memorial service of Archbishop Desmond Tutu earlier this year. He passed away a year ago, one of the greatest human beings ever to have lived on this planet. And Desmond Tutu, as you know, fought for South Africa's freedom. And in 1988, in the apartheid days, before Nelson Mandela was released from prison, he made a speech. And it's very pertinent to what's happening in Ukraine now. And I'm going to read an extract from the speech before I conclude. In 1988, addressing the South African government, Desmond Tutu said this: "You have already lost. Let us say so nicely, you have already lost. We're inviting you to come and join the winning side. Your cause is unjust. You are defending what is fundamentally indefensible because it is evil. It is evil without question. It is immoral. It is immoral without question. And therefore you will bite the dust, and you will bite the dust comprehensively. And I say to you, when that Ukraine war ends, a huge weight will have been lifted off the whole world. And I'm confident, and I hope, and I pray that that war ends soon." So, you walk out of the door, the learning doesn't stop. One of my favorite sayings of Mahatma Gandhi: live as if you're going to die tomorrow, learn as if you're going to live forever. Lifelong learning is not a cliche, it's a reality. And finally, be bold. The Duke of Wellington, fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the brave. Believe in yourselves. When the chips are down, believe in yourselves. Another saying of Mahatma Gandhi that I love, and I paraphrase it, your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits form your character, and your character determines your destiny. So believe in yourselves. And finally, good luck. Now that's a pretty flippant thing to say, good luck. Well, the best definition of luck is when determination meets opportunity. I picture it as waves that go past me in life. If you're determined, you might just catch one of those waves. If you're not determined, those waves will go past you all your life. So be determined and get lucky. Good luck and congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you. I now declare this congregation and ceremony closed.
Congratulations to our new graduates. The attendees applaud our new graduating class. To close the ceremony, the maces are collected from the stage. The mace bearers lead the procession of staff and new graduates out of the Great Hall. The ceremony that completes the university journey for hundreds of Birmingham alumni is now closed.
Nay. Kaga ay machine gararal.
The live stream has now ended.